My ex was kind of saying like, stay with me. Ah! So it's where the magic gonna happen, right? Because stay with me, what you gonna do there? We're not gonna pray there. I even remember we watched a, porno first before doing that thing. So, we actually did it. And yeah, it's big and it's good. Imagine your first friend boyfriend that you really love broke up with you, and it's a man, so it's a little bit insult, and he's your first foreigner that goes through you, all you, lick you, and you, everything. Hello to my troublemakers. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. So for today's video, I'm kind of like feeling like talking about my past and stuff like that. So in this video, you're gonna know more about me. So in this topic, we're going to talk about my first foreigner experience and how was it, and what do I think about foreigners during the time that I was so virginized about this kind of thing, because now foreigners are, it's like a thing with a Filipina now, so most of the foreigners wanting to come to the Philippines to get a Filipina, and most of the Filipina or some of them wants to also get like a foreigner partner. So let's have this topic for today. So as a Filipina, especially I was coming from the province. So foreigners really are new to me, because again, I'm in from the province. There's no much of a tourist there, so everything is new to me when I move here in Bohol. So the story was, I've been studying in Mindanao, and then my parents were separated during that time, and I need to work to help my father and my siblings also at school. So at the age of 17, after graduating senior high school student, graduated as a tour guide or in tourism. When I got a certificate on, I came to Bohol because my auntie told me to come here to take care of the kids for a moment. Then I can find a job after that one. But then luckily, they are leaving behind the resort, Pusitano Resort. So they are also looking for a worker during that time, because they fired two housekeeper that time. So they hire me. So I work as a housekeeper for 3 months, and I got promoted as a front desk after that one. And in Positano Resort is where I worked for 5 to 6 years in my life. And shout out to Positano Resort, of course. So the story is here. So I moved here to Bohol when I was 17. I was so baby and I was so new to everything. So I don't know shit at all and stuff like that. So coming in here, mostly in this resort, because this is a touristic area. So it's like my eyes is wonder like, wow, it's beautiful, the beach, the people, the tourists. So, of course, I'm a little bit hesitant into my English way back then, because, in Mindanao, we know how to speak in English, but we don't like literally speak with a foreigner eye to eye itself or stuff like that, because there's no foreigners in Mindanao in where I live. If there would be one or two, and they are married or stuff like that. So it was a struggle for me for being a receptionist, because I kind of shy, because Filipinas, if they're not exposed into foreigners or stuff like that, or in dating into foreigners or whatever is that, mainly or mostly or some of us are shy to talk to a foreigner, because we kind of like, maybe our grammar will be wrong, and our tongue actually comes inside and cannot talk after that because of the shyness. We have that kind of theme, right? Or like aura. And so, working there actually helps me enhance my, you know, me speaking in English, because I gotta force myself to be there, because I'm a front desk and I cannot be behind the table. I need to entertain them. I need to, listen to them, to their requests and stuff like that. And then to the point, my auntie told me, if every parents puts in their children's mind, or like some at least, that, oh, marry a foreigner because, marry a foreigner because foreigner will make your life better. It's always like that, the thought that, you need to marry a foreigner so your life would be better. And I have that idea in my mind, because I was raised being like that. Like, I've seen my aunties having the foreigner partner, they're living in abroad. So, of course, you kind of like dream about that life at the same time. So my auntie be like, if you want a foreigner, you should install this app. So I did install the Tinder app. And then when I did install the Tinder app, and then when I did install the Tinder app, so I was like scrolling, I was 17 way back then, so I gotta lie the age. I gotta say I'm 18, because that's not allowed, right? And then so I matched with this guy first guy. So he's from Czech Republic actually. And then so we did match and stuff like that. And then he said he wanna meet up. So that's my first ever foreigner that, that I'm going to meet, exclusively. So I'm kind of so nervous. I don't know what to do and stuff like that. And I actually don't know how to, to style clothes or wear nice clothes way back then, because what is 17 and I'm not exposed to anything or something like that. So he said he's going to pick me up and blah blah blah. So so he was actually like outside in the road. I told him not to go inside to the resort because my auntie might see it. So it's just a sneaky coming out, because I live in a staff house where my aunties were living as well. So I was like in a bush or something. So I was like putting my head there because I gotta check first who's the person. And then it's a big guy. It's tall, and I'm so small, and where the fuck is so big. And actually, just a hint, just a fun fact that most Filipino are scared to date with the foreigners because we kind of think like it's big, and you know what I mean? Like they got a big junk there, snake under the pants and stuff like that. So it might hurt us or put us in a wheelchair. So we always have that idea that foreigners are big and it's Filipinas are small, So we can have that kind of joke that, oh my god, your partner is foreigner, like how do you survive, like stuff like that. So that's the funny part anyway. So I did check him out. Oh my god, he's a big guy, So of course, definitely I came out, and then like he was sweet enough to put a helmet in me, and then after that one, we went to the beach. So we kind of talk, and again, I'm a little bit shy because it's a first time interaction with an exclusive foreigner that I'm talking through social media and stuff like that. And then after that tomorrow, and after that we were talking, he actually invited me for a charity event because they've been doing charity event in Bohol every year, giving notebooks, foods, and stuff like that. So that's actually a green flag for me already there. But I don't really know much about relationships way back then. And there was this guy like selling a necklace, like a pearl necklace, and not the other pearl necklace, because we don't do that way back then. So pearl necklace and stuff like that. So he actually bought it and then put it in my necklace. I'm like, uh, you know and then after that one, well, I was 17, and that's a little bit of a foul play, but it's only 1 month, and then I'll be turning 18 already. So after that first date, we have a little datey on the beach. He said we're going to do a charity event tomorrow. Maybe you could help us, blah blah blah. So I actually took a day off. So I went to that charity event. And then when I went to the charity event, after the successful event, we had a barbecue in one house and stuff like that. And after that day, we are, like meeting up each other daily and whatnot. And then he, invites me to have food together with his friends. And to the point that he asked me to be his girlfriend, and my aunties didn't know about it because I'm 17, and my parents, it's like gives me to my auntie, so I'm my auntie's responsibility, and of course it's your first foreigner, so I got crazy during that time. And there was a time, the spicy time, where we I was there in the beach and blah blah blah, and I didn't went home to my room or to the staff house, and it's where my auntie lives. And my auntie is kind of dragon, like it's gonna put fire on you, and she was pregnant during the time. So it's so easy to trigger her or stuff like that. So that's that. So there was this time that this my ex was kind of saying like, stay with me. So it's where the magic gonna happen, right? Because stay with me, what you gonna do there? We're not gonna pray there. So when my ex partner, my first ever partner says, stay with me, don't go home. So I was already like, oh my god, this is happening, like of course I kind of, I probably I wouldn't say I love him that time, because what idea would I have been love is about when I was 17 turning 18, 1 month during that time, right? So stay and stuff like that. Don't bash him, because one more month, I was 18 already there. So no bashing, okay? Just loving. So stay with him. So of course I did listen to him, I did listen to my heart. So I'm so sorry. So I did listen to him. So we stayed in the room. And so the magic did happen for the very first time with the very first foreigner. He took it all away from me. And we do like, I even remember we watch a porno first before doing that thing. So, and then after a while we actually did it, and yeah, it's big and it's good. So that's what happened there. So it didn't end up that we were just praying or cuddling in the room. So it happened what happened, and then I told him to bring me back to the staff house. It was around 2 or 3 a.m. and he don't want me to go home. And then my auntie is already messaging me, where the fuck you are, like all the curse, like in Bisaya word. My auntie messaged me, and I was just crying in the corner there. Like, take me home, my auntie is so mad, blah blah blah. And I was scared, right? I'm very scared of my auntie. And then after that one, I don't want to take me home, and I don't want to stop crying because I'm scared of my auntie. So he took me home, like bring me home or drop me off, and then I was there, and again my auntie was pregnant, and that was the first time that my auntie attacked me so bad, and then to the point that I also understand, because again I'm under her not probation. I'm under her, like my parents trusted her. So what's gonna happen to me? It's gonna be her obligation. So my auntie went to my room and do this, like, because Filipino are a little bit traditional, guys. Come on. Like my auntie did this to me. Like, what are you doing? You're only this and that. That man is no good for you. I'm gonna call your parents, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Like a lot of, like, like talking, like my auntie is so mad, calling my mom and then telling my mom, like, your daughter here is starting to be this one. He didn't go home with the man, blah blah blah. And then even at work, my auntie is talking about it to my co-workers. It's also by her emotion because she's pregnant, and it's kind of like she was triggered about the situation, me and then the man, for it's like something like not respecting her, blah blah blah. And then of course I did love the guy already, right? So I'm hard-headed. I don't listen to them no more. And then I just listen to the guy, and then to the point that I told the guy, as a respect, meet my family, or meet at least the aunties that I have here in Bohol. So everything will be closed off because I cannot bear with this. My auntie been, like doing like that and thinking you don't respect anyone or something like that, which we gotta understand the situation. So it was someone's birthday during the time, and we were at the beach, and I told them I'm gonna bring my foreigner ex, my boyfriend during the time. So they'd be like, yeah, sure, like bring him. So from there, we bought some ice cream and some snacks. That's how to feel the heart of every family. Snacks, ice cream, food, drinks, and whatnot. So we came to the point already that we bring there, and then like a little respect na. So yeah, that was my first experience there. I'm a little bit younger there, a little bit naive, and doesn't know what I do deserve, what's my worth, and stuff like that. So yeah, he finally met the family, and also calling also my parents and stuff like that. So what did happen into my very first foreigner boyfriend? So it became a long distance relationship. He's a Czech guy. He studied law, and then at the same time he's in Sydney, Australia, also like working and stuff like that. And then it's actually a very small reason why we broke up. He actually broken up with me, my first ever friend or boyfriend, who took my virginity doing that big thing there, actually broke my heart for the first time, and it hurts me a lot. Imagine your first friend boyfriend that you really love broke up with you, and it's a man, so it's a little bit insult, and he's your first foreigner that goes through you, all you, lick you, and you, everything. So everything is first time with him, so that's kind of a little bit shocking there. So the reason why we broke up is, like, he's studying lawyer. So for him, like, small lie, if you can lie into something small, you would lie also in a bigger one. So if I cannot trust you in a small detail, I wouldn't trust you in the big things as well. So that's his mindset, right? So the problem was there is, like, for example, he's going to ask, this is just only the example, but this is really what happened. He said, how many is your ex when you were in Mindanao? So I said, one or two, something like that. How many did you kiss? So I kind of say like one. And then there was this next time he asked again about the kissing part, and I said two. Just like that, it's just the matter of number. And he already said, I'm a liar. And if I could lie in a small thing, I would lie in a big thing. That was the reason why he broke up with me. I don't know. I for sure that there's no regret in his life, because now he's in a happy person already, you know, he's with a girlfriend, and actually we're in a good relationship now, being friends, and I'm still joining their charity event every year. They still invite me and stuff like that, and some of my people from the stream knows him because I did stream in this year's charity event. So yeah, that was the reason why we broke up. And then I would say in my very first foreigner experience, it was actually cool. You know, like as a Filipino, of course, your shyness will be shown. You're not that comfortable enough to speak in English, and it's so hard to fight with a foreigner when they are speaking in English, because you know you're not that good in English. So you know, it's like you rather to shut the fuck up than arguing with them, because you cannot really show what's your real emotion in English translation, you know, because you're Bisaya or something about me. So yeah, that was my first time experience in a foreigner. I got a little bit crazy there, you know, like my auntie was so mad at me. And actually it was good, because when he went back to Sydney, Australia, and then like just few months, he came to Philippines to surprise me without me having an idea. I was in my bed, and then someone just called me behind my bed, and then when I look, it was him. And then that was the sweetest surprise I've ever got in my entire life. Of course, shout out to my first foreign ex there, you know, like he gave me a nice ride. What kind of ride? He gave me like a nice ride in my life. The first time will always be unforgettable, of course, because you know the shyness in me was there, like the good girl Vanji was there. And I'm not saying I'm a bad girl now, but now I am more experienced in life. Oh, experience! I am a little bit more experienced in things. I also do know my worth now. I know what I want as well in my life, or what kind of partner I want, or like stuff like that. And yeah. So again, guys, yeah, that was my first partner experience that I just want to share to you. And if you guys want to ask me more or anything specifically, if you want to know me more, you can put that in the section down below. We can actually make another content out of it, because I love sharing stories. I'm an open book. And actually, you can also join my live streaming every morning 10 or 11 a.m. and in the evening 10 p.m. at the same time. So yeah, I guess that's it. I'm not gonna make this video so long. So that's my first foreigner experience, guys. Me being shy. I was 17 1 month ago, before I'm going to be 18. I got the troubles with my aunties because I kind of don't listen with them, because I got hooked with this man, my first foreigner man. And this is how he treated me. This is how our relationship ended as well. And we were like together for only 8 months, I guess. So whose ex you want to hear more? The Texas one, I actually got two Texas though. So tell me if you want to hear more stories about the foreigner partners that I got in my life, my experience with them and whatnot. But again, to my ex, ciao ciao to you. Thank you for the beautiful experience. And I'm actually happy that he sees the love of her life now. So I really do believe that in the end of the day, there would be really soulmate that are waiting for us, because, you know, in the end of the day, there is really someone out there for us. So don't rush, because I'm not in rush as well. We will always find that partner that is, you know, that for us and that suits us, and that will never leave us eventually in the end of the day. So again, my troublemakers, that are the some of the troubles that I had on my very first dating in a foreigner. So I hope you did enjoy the story. And again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and leave in the comment section below if what stories you want to hear more from me.